Hello Virgo, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name's Kirsty and today we're doing what's coming towards you during Gemini season 2021. So this is the period between the 20th of May until the 19th of June. We're going to have a look to see what's been spotlighted for you, an obstacle that you may need to overcome, what in your environment is opposing you or something that you need to incorporate, what's going to be easy for you, and the overall opportunity that this period's going to be presenting you with. This month, on the 30th of May, guys, Mercury is going to be going retrograde, and Mercury is notorious for bringing situations or people back into our lives for us to deal with again. So I'm actually going to be doing a bonus reading, an extra reading this month, which is what's coming back towards you. And this will cover the Mercury retrograde period. So if you click on the notification bell, then you'll be notified when they go up, but I will be uploading them in a few days' time just before the 30th. Readings are general, so please do just take what resonates. If you do get something from the reading, please do click the like button. It helps me understand that what I'm uploading is relevant and for you. It also helps the channel to grow. The channel was only a few months old at the moment. And if you're new, if this is your first time, you're very welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I will be linking the Virgo playlist at the end of this reading, so you can catch up on all of the timeless messages that I've uploaded for you. And every month I upload at least 5 readings for each of the signs that are on themes, different topics. So hopefully there is something there for everyone. So hopefully that will encourage you to subscribe to the channel and join the merry band that is that's slowly growing. Okay, so right, it's got very dark all of a sudden. There's a big black cloud come over. Put this light on. Hopefully we won't get any is that glary or is that okay? No, that looks okay actually. Let's let that adjust. Okay, so Virgo. This is the vice versa deck, so there's actually graphics on both sides. I'm not shuffling back to front, honest. So let's have a look then, see what's coming in for you. Right, so what's been spotlighted then for you in Gemini season? We've got the 7 of Wands. No, it's not, it's the 9 of Wands, sorry. So the 9 of Wands is the kind of the wounded warrior. Are we done yet? Are we nearly there energy? The obstacle is the 9 of Swords. This can talk about anxiety. So this is something that needs to be heard of, that we need to overcome, or something that we need to get round and through. And what's opposing you, something in your environment, we've got the King of Cups. So this could be an actual person because it's a court card, or this could talk about emotional stability or emotional control of some description. What's happening easily for you? Oh no, we've got glare now, haven't we? Is that going to help? I'll put that one there. It's a little bit less glary, isn't it? So what's happening easily for you then is the 5 of Cups. So this talks about some form of emotional disappointment, but the 5 of Cups in its best light talks about taking what we can from a situation. It's a kind of a glass half full, glass half empty, but there may be some level of kind of dwelling on past disappointment maybe. And the opportunity for you is Temperance card. The Temperance card talks about reintegration. The Temperance card comes in after there's been some profound change in our life, and the Temperance card, we're kind of mixing together the old and the new and kind of rebalancing ourselves after something has maybe changed or ended or left in some way. The underlying energy is the 5 of Swords. Right, this can talk about conflict, it can talk about victory, but at a cost. For me, this is also the sort of the collateral damage card. So this talks about getting what you want, but sometimes, you know, possibly causing damage or hurting people in the process. Okay. So, Virgo, for some of you, the sun moving through Gemini is what astrologers call the area of your life. It's the 10th house. So this area of your life is how the public see you. It's your public image, your public persona. It can be your career as opposed to your kind of your daily job. So for some of you, the energy that we're about to discuss could be playing out in the area of your life that deals with your interaction with the public or your career path somehow. But obviously, I mean, that would resonate mostly, I guess, with Virgo rising, possibly Virgo suns, but just take this however it resonates in whatever area of your life that you do see it coming up. Okay, so what's been highlighted this month then during Gemini season for you guys is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is traditionally it's the wounded warrior card. This is something that you've put a lot of effort and a lot of energy into. You're kind of exhausted. You're still going on. You're not quite at the 10 where you're totally overburdened, but at the 9 of Wands, you've kind of, you know, you've really committed to something. You've put a lot of energy. You can feel it's coming to a close, or you can feel that you're maybe getting to a point where you're just absolutely exhausted, and you know, but you're not too sure how much longer you can continue, or whatever this situation is that you're in, you're not too sure how much longer this is going to kind of go on for. So as I say, the nine of Wands, it is the wounded warrior, and this kind of talks about, you know, really having gone through it, really committed to something, and having put a lot of effort and a lot of energy into something, and just being, you know, really battle scarred and battered and exhausted from the experience. The obstacle for you this month is the Nine of Swords. So this talks about anxiety. It's, you know, sort of the nightmare card. It's the stuff that keeps us awake at night. So some of you may not be sleeping very well. This could be because, you know, you're having to sort of put a lot of effort or a lot of energy into something. But the Nine of Swords, there is a level of anxiety, a level of nightmare. You know, this could be associated with nightmares or sleepless nights. If this is a level of anxiety, then the Nine of Swords, generally with the Nine of Swords, it talks about, because it's a mental suit, it talks about, you know, it's very easy at 3 o'clock in the morning when you haven't had any sleep to really kind of blow things out of proportion. At the Nine of Swords, we are making things a lot worse possibly than they maybe are in reality and physicality. But as I say, you're exhausted with this. Mentally, you're anxious. So it feels very much as if you're kind of at the end of your rope with something. Emotionally, we've got this Five of Cups. This talks about, this is the traditional view of the Five of Cups. We've got 3 cups that are spilled and 2 cups that are upright. And generally the lesson with the Five of Cups is you can continue to dwell emotionally on something that didn't work out, some kind of emotional disappointment, something that went a little bit wrong. Or you can turn around and see the 2 cups that are behind you, see what is still upright in this situation, see what is still a possibility, pick those up and try and salvage something from the situation. Are you going to focus on what's gone wrong, or are you going to try and see something in the situation that can be salvaged, you know, something that you can connect with and move forward? But this one here, this is the reverse side of it. And it's got this rose in it. And this rose reminds me of the Death card. The Death card is the death and rebirth. And it talks about a profound transformation of something. So this is something that is changing or has changed from one state of being to another. And again, the Temperance energy comes in after the Death card. So I think that underlying this, maybe there is something fairly big in your life that is transforming. There's been some kind of transformation, some kind of death and rebirth, or it could be that something has died and gone away, situation generally. But with the Death card, this talks about something kind of leaving, something wasting away so that it can be replaced by something. The Death card for me talks about, it's the, if you do watch the channel, you know, I always refer to it as the caterpillar to the butterfly transformation. It's that metamorphosis is the Death card. So the Death card isn't here, it's not in the reading, but it's just this rose puts me in mind of it. And the Temperance energy, as I say, that comes in after the transformation to rebalance the bits that are left over, the bits that have been transformed, and the bits that have come in, the new bits that have come in. She's sort of mixing and matching and rebalancing all of those. So this is the opportunity. The opportunity is to recover from a transformation. The opportunity is to get more balance. And, you know, incorporate all of the different little bits after whatever I feel that this changes. It does feel, or this change that may possibly be in process, I'm feeling that because this is the opportunity, it may be that this transformation isn't fully complete yet, and this may be what's causing the feeling like you've really been through it, that, you know, the kind of the wounded warrior energetically, mentally being, you know, anxious, not being able to sleep. Energetically and mentally, you're kind of at the end of your tether, nearly at the end of the tether. And as I say, I think there is a sort of a process of grieving, possibly a process of dwelling, but I think something has changed, or there is something that's in the process of changing, and the real opportunity here for you is to really integrate those, balance it out, and really make something new and beautiful out of it. In the opposition here, so this is something either that's happening in your environment, or it's something, it's either going against you, or this is something that you need to balance while you're dealing with whatever it is you're dealing. So the King of Cups talks about emotional stability, emotional control. So there may be some need for emotional stability or emotional control. There may be some, for some of you, there may be some form of emotional control possibly in your environment. Or this King of Cups could be representative of an actual person who is emotionally controlling, possibly. The King of Cups can be, it could possibly, some of you could be dealing with a water sign, so Pisces, or my brain's just gone completely blank, Cancer. But the King of Cups is traditionally Scorpio, because it's the fixed water sign. So obviously take that however it resonates. And the underlying energy then for you is this Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords, the traditional view of the, we've got the Three of Pentacles underneath as well. This talks about collaboration, material collaboration of some description, working together to build something with somebody. The traditional view of the Five of Swords is this guy's kind of one, he's taken everybody's swords off them, he's quite happy, everybody else around him isn't quite so. So the Five of Swords can talk about conflict with others. It can also talk about conflict within ourselves. This whole process could be going, you know, this could be on many levels. The tarot does work on many levels. So this could just be an internal process that's going for you. There may be some sort of transformation that you're going through. You know, you may be dwelling on what it is that's gone wrong, what's left, but there is an opportunity here to sort of rebalance everything, or this could actually be something physical in your environment. So with the Five of Swords, this talks about conflict, but it also, in a way, it's a victory, because he's got all of the swords, he's beat everybody, he's won, he's kind of come out on top. The other people are defeated. So the Five of Swords does always talk to me about victory, but there is a cost to be paid, there is a price for this. Now, the price of this may be feeling absolutely exhausted and mentally getting to the end of your tether, if that's what it takes to win, to get through whatever it is that you need to get through. But the Five of Swords does talk about some form of collateral damage. So it could be that, through the energy, the changes that you're making, the transformation that's going on, this may be good for you, but it could possibly be in some form of collateral damage or inflicting some form of kind of injury or change on other people, which could be causing you anxiety. So guys, obviously take this however it resonates. As I say, for some of you this could be happening in the 10th house. This is your career, it's your public status, it's how people perceive you, or it could be any area. Take it however it resonates. But there is a level, what's been highlighted for you is physical. There's a lot of physical energy. There is some level of anxiety or sleeplessness or stress that needs to be overcome somehow. It's a hurdle. In the environment, there is maybe some form of emotional control or emotional stability that's needed. But there is a process, I think, of grieving something that's been lost. But the opportunity is to kind of rebalance everything and sort of move forward and make something really beautiful from it. With the Five of Cups, as I say, there is always this opportunity. There's the 3 that are spilled and the 2 that are left standing. So the opportunity with the Five of Cups is always to turn around and see these 2 cups. And the 2 of Cups does talk about connecting with something emotionally. The 2 of Cups is it's the love card. It talks about connecting with something or somebody that emotionally really resonates for us. So this could be, sometimes the 5 of Cups talks about a missed opportunity because we're so busy grieving here over what's gone wrong. We don't see the opportunity in the situation. So, Virgo. I hope you got something from it. Please do click like if you did. I will link your playlist so you can go through the timeless messages, the timeless love and the timeless general messages, and catch up on any of the monthlies that you haven't seen yet. They're all on different themes and different topics, so hopefully there's something there for you. Thank you very much for watching today. This has been an absolute pleasure doing this for you. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Cheers, Virgo. Bye-bye.